2 weeks ago, I got interviewed by a skincare brand. I'm finna get on this interview, bro. They don't even know what's coming to them, bro. Look at it. Wow. You know what I'm about. I'm about to get this deal. Will I stop fumbling long enough to close this deal? I applied to a job opportunity that this skincare brand posted. I got an email back. That email back was from that skincare brand. They expressed their interest in wanting to interview me for a 15-minute discovery call. The problem was that the only available times to book this call was during my day job hours. That left me pondering. I can book it in the morning, come late to work, maybe an hour or 2 hours, so that I can prepare and everything ready. Or I can sneak out of my day job, go to a Starbucks nearby, get interviewed there. I decided to go with sneak out, go to the Starbucks. But I told my manager, hey, I'm going to be at a Starbucks real quick. I have an appointment meeting to get to. I'll be back in 30 minutes. They were cool with it, completely fine with it. I'm going to the Starbucks. My hair is an absolute mess. 2 copywriters I know personally quit. Their reasons will be in the description. But to cover up, to compensate for my hair looking like a mess, I wear a nice blue, dark blue button down. And I'm stoked. And I'm ready. There's over 40 applicants. Oh, we'll see what happens. You already know we got it in the bag. Shall. As I'm on this interview, I'm getting interviewed by talent acquisition. He's asking me questions. My experience, who I am, what my goals are. And I tell her. But then she told me that, hey, this might not be the role for you. I lost it inside because there was a brief pause there when she said that. It reminded me of this moment where I was interviewing with a different 8-figure CMO. I came to the interview late. My hair was still a mess. I was in my room. And I was such a noob. It was around 10 months ago that I didn't even know how to set up my camera for a Google Meet. And so I get on the interview with that 8-figure CMO and just tell him like, hey man, I'm sorry I'm late. And I'm just looking like a straight up bum. He figured out after 5 minutes, he asked me 3 lines of questioning and figured out I'm a noob. And he rolled his arm back, his shoulders back when he figured it out. Just put his hand on his head. It was like, this isn't going to work, man. Oh my gosh. When I got those words, you could see the tears accumulating in my eyelids. Because at that point in time, 10 months ago, I was facing, or not 10 months ago, not like 8 months ago, I was facing homelessness. I was going to food banks. So this interview was my last hope. I freaking lost it. After I finished with that 8-figure CMO interview where I almost cried, I laid down on my floor and just started like tearing up. Tears were just running down my face and I just didn't know what to do. My nervous system was so shocked. But back to the current interview I'm talking about. When she said that, I was shook. It just brought me back to that moment. After that brief pause, she said, but you do look like you would be a good fit for this copywriting role. That was when, in my head, I was like, thank God. Yes, I got this in the bag. You can just tell that I have extreme emotional volatility as I'm going through this episode. At the end of the interview, I made sure to ask her, hey, what's the best type of copywriter you've hired? What traits did he show? She said the best traits that this specific copywriter shows is an attitude and hunger. She said the direct response skills you can teach, but you can't teach somebody to put in effort or to be hungry. I thought that was cool. That's why I was sharing that with you. That's a very good lesson. That sometimes a soft skill is more important than the main skill itself, according to this talent acquisition specialist. I finished with that interview, wrapped it up, went back to work. A few days later, she got back to me. Hey, we reviewed your interview and we're stoked. We want to have you on a 30-minute interview this time. Click the link, the calendar link to set up the call. I clicked the link, I set up the call. It was like, I set up the call. So maybe a day later after I set up the call, I was on the bus on my way to work. I was just thinking like, dude, if I get this freaking deal, I'm telling you, I'm going to go all in. I'm just thinking like, okay, if I get this deal, man, I'm going to get my health right, my mind right, my body right. I'll be able to finally not be stressed out about rent, just paying for basic necessities like food. As I'm on the bus on my way to work, me thinking about that got me thinking, okay, well, let me just check my email. The reason why I wanted to check my email is because I apply to a lot of opportunities over time. So I get a little dopamine hit. So I checked my email. It said new follow-up from that same company. And it said, Jaheim, unfortunately, we are not going to move forward with your candidacy at this time after looking through after further review. Thank you. Wow. During that moment, I felt a sense of disappointment. Like, I've been building up in my mind, like, what I'm going to do when I'm going to get this opportunity, what I'm going to do when I'm going to get that opportunity. And that build up in my mind of those dreams and aspirations as I'm in the bus was just cut the moment I seen that email. I'm back to square one. The moral of the story is, in order for me to truly be successful in this life, I have to be rich under pressure. I can't let an opportunity fly my way and I get so excited and so involved and invested because I become a prisoner of my own mind. In this case, I really was sad.
Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be revealing the reason why my two friends that are copywriters quit, even when they spent thousands of dollars investing in their career. Sub to my newsletter.